Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura and you have just tuned in for week 50 of my intermittent lifestyle of fasting and doing OMAD most of the time. Holidays have not been that great with OMAD, but most of the time I am trying to do fasting and OMAD, some ADF, which is alternate day fasting, which I do want to get back to a whole lot more after these holidays are completely done. So for week 50, I'm going to do a short little check-in with you guys, let y'all know how my week went, and give you a quick overview because these last few weeks have been stressful, as most of you know, and most of them have been for all of us because of the holiday season. And this week was no exception. So this week, I literally worked all week. Or last week, I should say. Last week, I literally worked all week training. That in itself is a whole nother issue and story, but overall, the week wasn't too bad. It was a little stressful because it was something new. And after I wrapped my head around it and got into a routine, things have been going a little better. Let me see, what did we do this week? We went Tuesday night, my son and my daughter-in-law and I went to River Oaks, which is a nicer area in Houston, old money, Richie old money, and they all love to decorate. So they have the River Oaks Christmas lights. And we just drove around, did some walking around and looking at all the different lights. It was really beautiful. And I want to tell you guys, I have not done Christmassy things probably since my divorce in 2015. Christmas has not been one of my favorite times of year since then, and it always was up until then. So this year has put me back in a little bit more of a different spirit, and I actually enjoyed going and seeing the lights and hanging out. And the weather this week started getting colder and colder, and boy did it ever here in South Texas. Wednesday, I actually did something a little off the cuff. A friend of mine, one of my dearest friends, has a group that she hangs out with at church, and one of the ladies there invited me to go line dancing. So Ariel and I went line dancing Wednesday night. It's an hour class, and I thought, why not? I need some exercise because Lord knows I'm not running like I should, and I don't want to go outside because it's cold. And then Thursday, that hard freeze hit. I have not seen temperatures like this in a long time. The last hard freeze we had, I wasn't even in Texas. I was stuck in Florida, so I missed all of that. But I was home for this one, and it was bad. We got down, one time when I checked my phone, we were down to like 18 degrees with the wind chill making it feel like 2 degrees. For a Houston area, that's unheard of. And I don't like those kind of temperatures. And it hit like over Thursday night going into Friday morning. My chickens did absolutely wonderful. They love the cold. They're really hardy. They can actually go into the negatives a little bit. So I really wasn't too worried about them. But I woke up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock Friday morning and Crush was on my mind. And I'm like, okay, he's got heated lamps in his house, but let me go check on him. I went out there. Those lamps were not doing their job. The inside of his house was 40 degrees. And tortoises don't really do well with anything under like 60, 65. So he was a ice cube, guys. I pulled him out, brought him in the house. I threw him in a big, gigantic tub that we have here that I'll stick him in if I need to do stuff outside or whatever, and he needs to be taken care of and securely away from damage, like we took trees down a few years ago, and I had to literally tub him up for several days. He was not happy. But he's hibernating right now. It's so cold, so he's not moving. So I stuck him in a tub till the next morning, and then I put him by the fireplace. I sure did. I started this fire up and stuck him up on the fireplace and defrosted him a little bit, and then back in the tub, and he has been living in my living room in the tub for the last few days. It's just now starting to get warm enough to where he's going to be going back outside pretty soon. But these temperatures were nothing to play with, and thank goodness we did not lose power this time. Our water, I just let it run overnight. We've never had any issues with our water. My mom and dad lost a few pipes, so they had some problems, but thankfully here we were good. The only thing is about the cold weather, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I know I do. I want to eat all the time. I do. I want warm foods, you know, comfort foods, and I want them just to eat. I get the munchies. So over the last few days, it was chili. It was chili and rice. I did some chicken fried steak and gravy and mashed potatoes. Just all those Southern comfort foods that you really love to enjoy. And that was the things we were eating on. So Thursday, when the hard weather hit through the weekend, pretty much stayed home. I did work Thursday. Friday, I took off because I was like, to me, it was unsafe. Why go out there in 18 to 20 degree weather, trying to drive a school bus or standing out there pre-tripping in the freezing cold? Ridiculous. Take Friday off. That's what I did. So, stayed home, stayed warm, kept the fire going the entire time, and pretty much vegetated right here in my chair. Sunday was Christmas. I hope each and every one of y'all had a wonderful Christmas. Most of the day, I stayed in and did studying. I am still studying the pre-trip. Those 8 pages, I am pretty much on page 4 to 5 now. I'm still not 100% on all of it, but it's starting to click. I'm starting to remember some of it. So we're about halfway done with the memorization on those pages. I'm going to hopefully get the rest of it memorized by the end of this week. And just keep repeating it until it sticks in the pea brain, you know. So Sunday, I was planning on just staying home, doing nothing else but in my pajamas and studying the whole day. And then my son came over, and they had days before, honestly, my daughter-in-law and son had said, hey, why don't you come to my son's in-laws house? They live about 20 minutes from us, if that, maybe 15. And they were doing a big Christmas dinner with all their family. Now, not that I didn't want to go, because I absolutely love them all, but I was already buried down in my PJs, you know. I didn't want to get out of the house. And so I told my son, I said, you go on. Ariel's going to go. Y'all have a good time. I'm just going to sit here and continue to study. That didn't go over well. He guilt tripped me, absolutely, and was like, Mom, if it was the other way around, you know you would make me go. And I'm like, yeah, I absolutely would. So I got up and got dressed, a quick change, was ready probably within about 5 to 10 minutes tops, and out the door we went to his in-laws house and had a wonderful time, played games. The food was divine. Oh my goodness. So much food. Yep. Fudge, all the desserts, cookies, you name it. I had all of it, and had a really good time. Came home last night and studied some more for work today. So that was the rundown of my week. It was good. I hate the cold weather, but overall it was all good. Things are clicking along. All good, but the weight loss, we already know. I'm just trying to maintain, trying not to go over 180. That's what I put in my mind this week. You know, until the new year is done, as long as I can stay under 180, and then come back January 2nd, we'll say 2nd, because January 1st I have a half marathon in Houston, and I'm not gonna lie, they always have pizza at the end of the race and all kind of goodies for New Year's. I'm going to enjoy that. But come January 2nd, it's time to get back on track. I'm going to try to do some ADF during the month of January, cut out the alcohol, and start getting the scale moving back down. So how bad was the scale this week? Guys, over the last few weeks, it just keeps inching. This week was no exception. Last week when I checked in with you guys, I was 176.6. And this morning I was 178.4. So I am up another 1.8 pounds. And I'm still under the 180. So I'm not crying about it. But I do know that we've got to get back on track. And now that the holidays are pretty much behind us, I've got one more New Year's Eve party bash thing. And then I'm doing the half marathon, and I'm ready. I really am. I'm ready. My gut is telling me I'm ready. What is it about getting off track that all the weight at this age, it may not happen for all of you, but I'm up there a little bit, you know, I'm on the other side of the hill now. I'm not climbing that hill anymore. I'm definitely going down it. But all my weight gain goes straight to my gut. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I know the ADF flattened that belly out a lot last time. And I know ADF with keto. Thank you, Doug. I know you've talked to me about that a few times. I know that does work. It does. I know this. We'll see how much of the keto side I want to venture to next month, because I do love my carbs, but I've got to get back on track. So that's where we're at today. I'm up on the scale a little, but with everything that's been going on in my life, I'm not even sweating it. I am praying that each and every one of us have a much better 2023, because 2022, not been the greatest year for some of us. You know, it's been rough for a lot of us. And with me, it's been totally just full of ups and downs, from losing my job to Ariel breaking her ankle, losing my in-law. I mean, it's just been a roller coaster this year. So I'm hoping and praying 2023 is going to be a little more level and smooth sailing. And maybe we can even have a little spike in some goodness and some happiness and cheer. Who knows? But that's where we're at. I'm not going to keep you guys. Like I said, I just want to do a little quick update, let y'all know where I'm at, what's going on. Yep, the stress is still there. Yep, the eye's still twitching sometimes. But I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Praying it's not a train. I don't think so. But I'm starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. After today's training with the trainer, I felt a little better, because he was like, wow, I can tell you did a lot of homework over the weekend. So it made me feel good, because I am trying to put the effort in. Like I said, it's hard for me to retain things. And I'm really, really studying hard. I want to get this down. I want to get my license back and go on and get a normal routine again, so I can have a life. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all are doing well, and I will check in next Monday and see where we're at. And until then, y'all have a great day. Stay warm if it's still cold in your area, because it's still cold down here. And I will check in later. Talk to you guys later. Bye.